Here we go, folks. We're going out to George Brining's garden.
I got through checking the bees. Believe me, it's a sweaty job. So here's my garden here. Now, again, it's late July and it's tough right now, but I try to water every 4, 5, 6 days, and I wanted to show you some of these girls working out here. And I can tell you now, they go up to 2 miles away. But it's really a dangerous mission. Every time they go out, it's their life's on the line. There's lots of, as you can imagine, dangers out there. If there's a sudden rainstorm pops up, if they get drenched in water, they could drown, or they've got to hang out on the side of a leaf and get dried out in the sun. Of course, they're very vulnerable because something could eat them. But they usually work the same thing on the same trip. And actually, I've read this somewhere. I just think it's fascinating. Certain plants will give out nectar stronger at certain times of day than other times of day, and the bees figure that out. So they'll go out there and work a certain patch of wildflowers. In this case, I've got cantaloupe out here, watermelon. And if they happen to put out an extra amount of nectar at a certain time of day, they'll work at that time of day. So the best time for that is in the morning. You go out here, it's a little bit, we're about 9:30 or something right now, or 10. But early in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock, they're busy out here really getting with it. And I hope there's still some in there we'll show you, see if we can find some. Here's one, see Steve? She's working really hard right now. See, she's getting in there and she's finding that nectar and pollen. Pollen's the protein that they get, and they pack it in the back of their legs. I don't know.
I saw it leave, yeah.
Yeah, I see her right here now. See, sometimes at the back of their legs they will have these pollen sacs. See, she's real sensitive to being hurt, so she takes off while I get around her. Now, back of their legs, you might see some yellow pollen. Sometimes they have pollen sacs in the back of their legs they carry back to the hive. They also claim that on cucumbers, if they work all around the petal, it will make the cucumber straight. And the bottlers up in St. Louis like that. They want straight cucumbers. So the cucumber boys want bees in their fields.
I see little bees buzzing around all over the place.
Right. And look all those cantaloupe through here. And if you're into them, there's lots of there's different butterflies and moths and things.
Bugologist.
And I see some over here. See? Bees work that too.
The bees work watermelon?
Yeah.
That'd be good. Do they go after sweet plants?
I don't know. I think just any kind of plant that's a wildfire has any nectar in it, they'll love that.
Okay, well let's go.
This is Charleston Gray, and I got behind. I teach school, and I got behind planting. This is not far as long as it could be or should be. I've got a bigger one over here. You'll get your eye on one. That's going pretty good.
I don't see the bee activity. Is that because of lack of blossoming?
There's not as much right now. I can see there's not as much blossoming here. But this morning, I keep saying that, but earlier this morning, all the blossoms were out. The bees were working the watermelon really good this morning. I got squash over here. Sometimes they'll be working the big squash. Got big blue. They'll be. See if there's one in there. See that her? There's Steve. She's down in there working real hard on that pistol. She's really taking the pollen. That's a lot of pollen on these squash plants. If she'll come out of there, maybe you can see the pollen on her legs. Come on out of there. She's too busy. You can't disturb her.
She wants to stay in there.
Yeah. She's getting something good down in there. But I saw some this morning. She had pollen on her leg. They'll take that back to the hive. Here's a bee down here, down in that particular flower there, working again, down there deep. And she'll come out of there, maybe we can see some of the pollen on her legs there. Come on up here, honey. Okay.
She took off.
Bye-bye. Okay.
They won't sit still for a picture.
No.
They want to move.
Keep going, man. But anyway, there's some more over there. That's a bumblebee right there.
He keeps following around. Maybe he wants to be in the movies.
Yeah. Here's one over here. Here she is inside this blossom right here. Okay, now you can see.
They don't like their picture taken.
They're shy.
Shy.
Oh goodness. Okay. There's a girl down in here. These blooms get worked quite a bit. These squash blossoms. If I can get her to come out.
She took off as well.
Took off again. back of her leg. Contact.
See him, there's none of these.
Okay. Well, I got pretty good shots there.